Hey, thanks for tuning in again. Mike here from the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. You're looking at the 2023 Fastest Hot Wheels. We got two new entries from the Mystery Models race. Hope you had a chance to check that race out. The 24/7 in the number 4 slot, right above the Track Ripper in the number 3 slot. But still holding on as the fastest Hot Wheels for 2023. You see it right there, the Bentley Continental GT3, a 1.574, your fastest Hot Wheels so far. The Diecast race, new for 2023, is up next. 8 cars qualified for a run at the top spot. Once again, each match will be 2 runs down the track. They'll swap lanes. Fastest time moves on. You wouldn't think by looking at these two they weigh the same, but they do. The BMW 507, 34 grams, they'll get lane 1 versus the Aston Martin Vantage GT3. They're in the Gulf Blue. This is the Excel 8, match 1 of the Diecast race. And the Aston Martin just blew the doors off the BMW 507 on the first run, 1.583. That is a pretty good time. And now the time to beat for the BMW. They'll swap lanes. Aston Martin takes a turn inside lane 1. BMW is in lane 2. Is it just me, or is the BMW out for a Sunday drive? That is a very slow time. The Aston Martin off to the Fast 4, 1.585 the time. They are looking good. Next up in the first round, a car commonly used as a taxi in Japan, designed based on the Toyota Crown Comfort. It's called the Time of Taxi, a Hot Wheels fantasy car. They'll get lane 1. The McLaren Elva pulls it up in lane 2. And the McLaren Elva maintaining down the straight. They take the first run, a 1.616. It's now the time to beat for the Time of Taxi. They'll move outside lane 2 for the swap. The McLaren ready in lane 1. It's a 1/8 scale mile track here at Jackson Grandpa Raceway. About a half a car length, the McLaren Elva times in another 1.616. Makes it 2 straight over the Time of Taxi. The McLaren moving on to the Fast 4 in the Diecast race. We are at match 3, Excel 8 round 1. From the HW Drag Strip collection, the Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400. They set up in lane 1 for the first run. The 84 Corvette, they'll be in the left lane. A good first run for the 84 Corvette, 1.597 over the Ford Mustang Mach-E. Feeling a little dejected, but they're ready to give it another go. They'll swap lanes this time on the outside lane. 84 Corvette revs it in lane 1. The 84 Corvette easily outdistancing the Ford Mustang. They made it look easy, 1.592 to a 1.662. The Corvette making their way over to the Fast 4. We have another 80s car in the Excel 8. Final match, round 1, features an 82 Cadillac Seville. They're a big underdog versus the heavier Lucid Air. Lucid Air starts outside lane 2. And the Lucid Air jumps out to a quick start, and they hold on, 1.594 as they cross the line first. Cadillac, though, still alive. They'll be in lane 2 this time. Lucid Air slips to the inside, lane 1. 1.594 is the time to beat. Another blowout run for the Lucid Air. They stepped it up the time, 1.587 over the Cadillac Seville. Lucid Air, last car to make the Fast 4. 8 cars qualified for the Diecast race. The Excel 8 was round 1. We are at the Fast 4. 4 cars still in a battle for the top spot. The Aston Martin Vantage GTE, they set the current fast time for Diecast, 1.583. That was the first race in round 1. They're up against the McLaren Elva. A little lighter, 31 grams. They started lane 2 for this race. Pulling away down the straightaway, 1.589. The Aston Martin takes the win on the first run. The McLaren struggles with a 1.627. They'll get the inside lane this time as they make the switch. 1.589 is the time to beat for the McLaren. And not going to happen. The Aston Martin Vantage GTE makes it 4 straight wins thus far in the Diecast race. They knock out the McLaren Elva. First car advancing to the final. The surprise of the D-Case race has to be the 84 Corvette. They made the other Fast Four matchup. They'll be up against the Lucid Air. Both cars are staged and ready. The Corvette lane 1, Lucid Air is in lane 2. Oh, a matter of inches on that run. You like close races. 1.590 for the Lucid Air. The 84 Corvette, a 1.592. That sets up for a great final run. They switch lanes. Corvette's going to be outside lane 2. They have to beat a 1.590 to make the final. It's close, but Lucid Air gets across the finish line first. An even faster time, 1.586 on the second run. Lucid Air now with a date with the Aston Martin in the final. You're watching the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. Now make sure to subscribe and thumbs up if you like the racing. It's getting interesting as we get closer to the finish in the D-Case race. The McLaren Elva shut down the time of taxi round 1. They lost to the Aston Martin in the Fast Four. You've got the 84 Corvette lined up in lane 2. It's the first of 2 for third place. A 1.599 to a 1.612. The 84 Corvette continues to shine in the D-Case race. They're in the driver's seat for the lane swap. Corvette looking confident in lane 1. The McLaren, they're ready in lane 2. 1.599 is the time to beat. This is for third place. The 84 Corvette, they shut the door on the McLaren. Wow! Turned a 1.595 on the second run to finish in third place. That was a good race. So far in the D-Case race, cars seem to be lacking for speed overall. We're at the final. 2 races remain. The fastest 2 Hot Wheels left. 1.583 is still your fastest time. That was clocked by the Aston Martin Vantage back in the Excel 8 round 1. The tires are warmed up for the Gulf Blue. They're in lane 1. Lucid Air in lane 2. And the Lucid Air, they lost it at the start, could not make up ground on the straightaway. The Aston Martin with the race 1 win, laying down a 1.592. That is the time to beat for the Lucid Air. They're pulling up in lane 1. It's a lane swap. 1 race left for the top spot. A tight race. What a finish. The Aston Martin, they ice it from the outside lane, 1.587 to a 1.588. The Aston Martin, your D-Case race winner. We got the final results and top speeds for you in the D-Case race. No cars fast enough to crack the top speed ladder today here at the track, but the Aston Martin Vantage GTE fast enough to rank number 5 in the 2023 fastest Hot Wheels this year. Keep an eye out for the E-Case race. That'll be on deck on the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. My name is Mike. I hope you enjoyed the racing, and thanks for watching.